Online shopping is something everyone my age has been doing a whole lot more because of the pandemic. There's no logical reason for this because we're in quarantine, yet here we are. We're all trying to find something that's trendy while being inexpensive, because let's be honest, most of us are broke. So fashion brands like Zaful and Romwe and Shein, they all kind of fit the bill in that regard. But no one ever stops to wonder how they're so inexpensive. Where do they get the money to produce so much for so little? Let me tell you what I found. The proliferation of plastic waste is now visible in the oceans and landfills and in daily life. Current production rates of plastics have created an unsustainable waste production. Hyperconsumption has given birth to fast fashion, textiles that are mass-produced to keep up with modern trends while being inexpensive for the consumer to purchase, as well as inexpensive to manufacture. The plastics used, especially in fast fashion, while inexpensive and easy to make, do not degrade. Most clothing is a combination of cotton and some kind of polyester or other synthetic fiber. In fact, 60% of fast fashion clothing produced contains polyester. Fast fashion produces 92 million tons of waste and leaves 79 trillion liters of water consumed each year. Meaning, if you turn the Great Pyramid of Giza upside down, you could fill it up 35,000 times with the water we use to make clothes that are considered single-use purchases. Plastics that end up in landfills can take decades to degrade by sunlight, and plastic that ends up in the ocean, while can take as little as a year to degrade and do so by mechanical abrasion and chemical interaction, produce toxic waste and end up in contaminating our water sources and food supply. Using oxidigenerable plastics in textiles is one possible solution to the reduction of plastic waste. They are made by blending pro-degradant additives into plastic during the extrusion process. These additives are usually salt metals or transition metals such as iron, nickel, and cobalt. Oxidigenerable additives cause no difference in quality, texture, strength, and shelf life if stored indoors. The hydroperoxide groups found in PET, or polyethylene terephthalate, which is the most common plastic found in textiles, are broken down with redox reactions of the metal salts. The resulting substances react with other polymer chains to form carbonyl groups and cause chain scission. When chain scission reduces the polymer chains as much as it can, microorganisms then digest any leftover material, the byproducts of this being carbon dioxide, water, and biomass instead of essentially poison. You would think oxygenerable plastics would not be an ideal solution for textiles because of their ability to be broken down by sunlight and heat. However, unless you wear the same item of clothing outside every single day and that item is continually exposed to over 140 degrees Fahrenheit, it is unlikely you will see any noticeable change in fabric quality for several years. Human beings have historically been consumed by wanting more for the sake of survival, regardless of actual need, which is what caused this monumental and inevitable problem. However, implementing oxygenerable plastics in textiles is one way to slow down the destruction of our own planet.